Morning guys, we are doing finally a homestead video. We finally got our water under control thanks to the Lord above. Well, we finally have water in the house with pressure, with hot water, and it's been 6 months since everything's been good. It's been good. Good pressure has never been in this house because our well was never a good producer. So thanks to the Lord above and this man.
I would add some technical details to that.
Yeah?
Which the technical details are that yes, the pressure's been okay, because when we go over to the spigot, basically that's right inside the house,
Yeah.
that's roared for a long time. So it isn't really a well issue, just a few caveats.
Okay.
But we still need to clean the cassette that's in our shower, which I'll do. In both the showers, we need to clean the cassette out of there. But we're getting inside, we're getting over 10 gallons a minute.
Okay. So what have we replaced in the house as far as?
Just replace the kitchen faucet.
Yeah. And
we're going to replace the laundry room faucet.
Yeah.
But we have to replace the sink because when I was trying to get the faucet out, I took my die grinder and put a nice slash in the sink at the top, so I'm not going to try to repair a plastic sink. So today I'll be out. We got a cold snap coming, so today I'm going to be out button up the pump house, getting it insulated, and I'm also going to put a clear the line out so I can actually drain the line if it gets really cold and I'm really worried about it, before I get some heat tape, which I have heat tape coming
today,
hopefully, and tomorrow. I get heat tape installed, but if I couldn't do that for some reason because it doesn't come, well, I'm going to put a valve in the system, so I'll be able to drain out. I'll be able to drain out the whole manifold. That way, worst comes to worst, we'll drain the system so that it doesn't break.
Right.
Ideally, I might put an air chuck on that system as well to blow it all out. Get the insulation in. We're going to have a little heater in there. It should, as long as it keeps it above freezing in there, then we'll be fine.
So the heat tape's going on the pipe that's on the outside, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because all the pump side, everything that's pushing to the house, that's all covered except this little spot where we still have, I'm pointing because that's the direction it is.
Yeah.
The valve is still exposed because I need to wrap it, and then the heat tape will come out of the box that I'm constructing. So that way we'll always have it. And then in the wintertime we can just unplug it and put it inside the valve box. That valve box is essentially, it won't be open, but it's going to be about this tall by about this big, and it's going to sit in there so we can always get access to those valves. So that's a weak spot. So I'm going to have heat tape run around it, and then there's a plug right out there, and I'll be able to plug that in, and it's thermostatically controlled. So if it does get real cold, it'll just automatically turn on. That'll keep that warm. The pump house will stay warm from insulation, a little heater, and then the tanks will stay warm because of heat tape wrapped around them. That's the plan.
Okay. So this is what we're feeding the pig today. We're getting rid of some of our food. This is a carcass. There's lots of meat on it left, and usually you can make soup out of those. So I chop our chickens up when we do our chickens. We raise Cornish cross chickens, and I chop them up, and then there's always a little meat left on, and so they make great for soup or broth, or you could do soup and then broth, and get that good bone broth out of there. But we have so many things of broth already. We have a whole shelf full of canned broth for soups and all the stuff you need broth for. So we're going to get rid of these carcasses. Another great thing you can do with your carcasses, your chicken carcasses, is you can do a garden method where you bury them deep with some other really good nutrients for melons and everything in the melon family really loves it. Plus your pumpkins and things like that. You can make what they call a melon mound, and you can bury them really deep in the ground, about 4 feet deep. You know, we would use an auger for that. I was going to do that. That's one of the other options I had for these carcasses. So there's a lot of options for your carcasses, but we have a pig that needs to be fed, and because of the holidays, we're a little short on food, because the place that we go get our food at is wasn't open during the holidays, and that's fine and dandy. Pigs will eat almost anything. So we have scraps for her, plus we'll put one scoop of food in there for her. So and we have named our pig Pebbles, and she is a little bit aggressive, so we'll have to really watch her, especially when she has piglets, so she doesn't go after me too much. But we're slowly working on her behavior, and I think her being by herself, she's a lot less aggressive now than she used to be. So let's get out and feed the pigs the pig and the chickens. Next week we get our other 2 pigs back from the butcher. We decided not to do that ourselves because of the lack of hot water and stuff in the house. Chris had the opportunity to be home for a while. He got laid off, unfortunately. But we have gotten so much done with our rain catchment system. There is the well house that he's working on. He's going to insulate today. And we will be filming that. We're going to put a first flush on here as well. So, and the first flush, I believe, will go where those boards are holding up that line. And that was a temporary solution, but we are so blessed and so happy with our rainwater catchment system. And there's a few things that we're seeing that we need to tweak. But we designed almost the whole thing ourselves. So, yeah, it's okay. Okay. Okay, scoop of pig food. And a scoop of chicken food. Okay, it is 36 degrees outside. Oh, kitty. Oh, kitty. What are you doing? What are you doing? You messing with the camera. Hi, sweets. You want food? Come on. Come on, my sweetie. Come on, my sweetie. Oh. You're a fat little kitty, but you still get us mice. Yeah, you still get us mice. I probably feed you way too much. The guardian of the chicken food. Here you can see our old hot water heater, old faucet, and the other sink we took out. This sink faucet stopped working altogether. We might see if we can clean this out, because it's not a cheap one, or that one, and use it in the shop, because we're going to make a kitchen in the shop, a canning kitchen. So not for a long time yet, though. So we are those are the things that broke down on us. We almost lost our dishwasher as well, but I cleaned it out with CLR, and we ran it once and then it didn't run again, and so we thought our dishwasher was gone too. But as soon as we added the new clean water, which our water went from a hardness of 18 with the well water to 3. And so I don't know if that has anything to do with the dishwasher all of a sudden running. Maybe it just wasn't getting enough supply because it didn't have enough pressure behind it as well. And now it's got a lot more pressure behind it. So let's go see how Pebbles is doing. We are looking for a Bam Bam for Pebbles. A Hertfordshire, I think, is what we're looking for. She's Berkshire and Hertfordshire. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Somebody will correct me. Well, we always have a couple chickens out. Okay, here's Pebbles, guys. Here's Pebbles. Hi, Pebbles. Hi, Pebs. You're a beautiful girl. You're muddy. And we are going to get Pebbles a new there we go. Not only are we looking for a Bam Bam for Pebbles, a breeder pig, intact boar. We are looking for, hold on girls, gentlemen, ladies. We're going to move Pebbles, and we're probably going to move the chickens again. And the reason why we're going to move the chickens again is the very fact that the slope here is making the wood chips just all slide. Let me see. All slide down this side. And it's hard to keep them out of the fence. Plus, I want a permanent place for our chickens. It's either that or we're going to start moving them on pasture. I would have to make another chicken tractor. So either I'm making another chicken tractor, and this is, I have ideas for this. I can't tell you because I haven't talked to my husband yet. But I'm thinking turkeys. Just shh. But I would like to get a flock of turkeys and raise turkeys too. But we'll see. We'll see. So, got to collect my duck water. So that's what we want to do. Either we want to put them, I would like to have a permanent fence that we can take during the winter months, move them into, and have a chicken tractor for them, kind of like a Justin Rose chicken tractor that's on wheels, or something that's really light and easy to move. Not too easy because our winds are, it is not uncommon to hear on our land because we're on a hill, we're on a ridge, we're in the hills, is to have 30-mile-an-hour winds. So we can't have it too light. That's why we have a metal chicken tractor for our Cornish cross. But I'm gonna get on, that's our next big project on the homestead is first, and probably pretty quickly, is the paddock for Pebbles over there. And we want to make a paddock that we can have another paddock next to it, and we'll put the boar in there, and then we'll take our gate that we have hanging on this paddock, and it will be between the two, and I think we'll have gates on each end of the paddocks, like a huge gate that we can have the tractor go through, so we can clean out any of the stuff, the goodies for our gardening, for the pigs, from the pigs, and clean it out and put more wood chips in. So we are working on a design for pebbles for a new house. We're gonna toss that house or burn it or whatever. And it's served its purpose, but it was in the wrong spot. It should have been in a higher spot. That's the thing, is when you're making a pig pen, you want something hard under that pig house, because what happened is they bore a deep spot to lay in there, and that was too close to their water. And so when they dripped their water, or it rained a lot, that pig house filled up with water. And because we have clay, it just holds it there. Because we have clay, and because there's pigs walking on it, that the soil here is really firm. So that is the issue with having it right there. So we're going to move her probably, there's a flatter area over here, in this area here where all this wood is, is where we'll probably be moving them. And then we'll build like a barn area, and that will, not immediately, but we're probably going to knock some trees down for big poles and put a roof on it. So we're going to be making like almost like a lean-to or a carport kind of thing. And then where their houses will sit will be on probably cement, so that they can't dig down, but we will keep straw in there for her. So I got to see if these chickens have some eggs, and yeah, I kind of, it's really cold here, so I kind of doubt it. So we have also put pebbles on a diet, because we want her as a breeder pig. She was the best looking pig out of the bunch. She had the best tone, the best body shape, and so at first we were like kind of bummed that we weren't taking her, because we thought, what a beautiful pig for meat. She's exactly what you look for. So, but now we have her on a diet. Gotta concentrate so I don't shock myself. Got our duck water here for our garden. We always take the water out of the open pan that I have in there and give it to I'll show you. I have 2 compost tea bins over here, and this is what we feed our garden with, is a homemade fertilizer. And what I put in there is duck manure, basically, because the ducks will swim around in their water that I give them, and they swim around in it, and then it's no good. So I have to dump it, but it is good because it's good for the garden. Now I'm gonna water. It hasn't rained in days. It's freezing outside, but the garlic, I have garlic in the garden yet, and I have broccoli and cabbage, so that still needs water. So I'm going to take, it's not freezing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and run the hose over here and get that going. If you have garlic in your garden, make sure that you're feeding that at least an inch of water a week during the winter. Will make a big difference in your harvest the following year. I also have carrots over here, but all that stuff is getting eaten up by the rabbits. So we'll see what we have in the spring. I'm using a sprinkler and sprinkling from above. I'm gonna go ahead and use the well. Our hose bib that we put in is working fantastic. We only are gonna use regular water. Our rain catchment water is when we're running. We want to put the water tape system in there in the garden, but we don't have that all together yet, and probably won't do that until the spring, or maybe not even this year. We'll see how things go. But until then, we'll run it off the well instead of taking from our house water and animal water. So there we go. That's it for today. We will be doing a separate video for the what did he call it? I'm not good at remembering the names of things. First flush system. So if you're looking for that, we'll have a separate video for that. But that's how the animals are doing. All right, you guys, thank you for coming along today. God bless you, and we'll see you next time here on Hedgehog's Homestead. Bye.